As a child, going to a teenager, when my parents did go to church, off and on for the most part, I would say it's probably more on me that didn't really understand it, but it's just kind of like didn't really have a true relationship going forward. So I personally believe in Jesus. It wasn't too much a few months ago when we did a transition from Fort Worth, Texas to Melissa. Transition, getting an apartment. Of course, we have a little bit of a intermediate living situation with our apartment as we're trying to sell our house in Fort Worth. Was very much a struggle. And of course, we were signing on to a house that we're getting built, so a lot of things were happening financially. Got kiddos that are in school and trying to find the right school, and of course, we all know that you have to be in a certain neighborhood to be at that school. So a lot of things were against us. So that went on for a while. Kind of started losing hope and see if it was maybe a wrong decision to make that promotion job change a little bit. What I came to realize that the little things that were happening to get this transition, I did have this conversation with Jesus. So I figured that I need to go back to that and actually take the more time versus trying to figure out worldly how can I make the decision and make things work out. There's more faith in Him. It was a moment where I have a 2-hour drive to get Wichita Falls to my other site, and I spent every bit of that 2 hours watching sermons, listening to worship, music, stuff up, and constantly praying. And that light bulb went off to where, I'm making all these decisions, but I'm not asking Jesus, what should I do, or give it to Jesus. So I pretty much made that decision, like I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. Getting to my site, I don't think I stopped. Pretty much I was saw my people walk through my office and kept continuing with the prayers. And then after a while, had this strong feeling of peace, comfort, and confidence that's gonna be okay. I knew that's my moment where I had to give myself to Jesus and actually know Him, to where, hey, you're making the right decisions, but the decisions are ultimately my decisions and my will, so you can actually, progress and understand that everything you need is through Jesus. That was a huge moment in my life. I knew that's where I actually knew that I wasn't hoping to be in the kingdom. I knew I was in the kingdom. So that was a huge relief. Told my wife about it, that we're gonna be okay. And so we're almost at our deadline, or pretty much we have to sell our house to be able to get close onto our new home. And it was pretty much almost 9 hours or that night to where we had to sell. Our realtor calls and said, hey, we got your house and we're gonna close. The house is gone for work, and welcome to your new home in Melissa. And it was great. It was an awesome feeling that as long as I gave it to Jesus and we prayed about it, He took care of everything. Since I trusted in Jesus after that experience, I feel more knowledgeable. I have wisdom that I didn't have before, like more patience to understand versus just get up and go. It's like taking a minute of listening and understanding versus speaking out of turn. It really gave me a lot of patience. My family, I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing the right thing by them, and the only way to be a true husband or father is pretty much, hey, you gotta have wisdom from the ultimate father, Jesus. Like, it's gonna teach you how to lead folks and how to lead a family and how to take care of each other. Resurrection Church has helped me find a sense of home from leaving Fort Worth, being in the church, and then coming out to Melissa, having that relationship with Jesus and the words, and being in a group or being what people versus, I was trying to watch church online, and it's just not the same. There are a lot of good churches out there, but for me, it's more than just going to worship or just being there Sunday. I want to be fed knowledge and to understand, so I can dwell on that or read about that during the week. And Resurrection was actually at an event in Oktoberfest, or a venue at the school. So just seeing y'all out there, and how it seemed like everybody was at peace and happy, and it was community. I know it was a brand new community out there, and I heard it was a brand new church, and the joyfulness and the peace that everybody had out there, like they wanted to be there. They weren't drug out there. They were actually in the community. So that was the biggest piece for me. Like, hey, if I want to go to church and feel good all day Sunday, there's plenty of them out there. I want to feel good all day Sunday, but at the same time, I want to be able to think about or read about, the sermon that day. So a lot of it's more knowledge Monday through Saturday, and then I get to feel good Sunday. That definitely helped, seeing that Resurrection Church was in the community versus everybody interacting in the church, but they're actually interacting in church and outside the church. My name is Bryan Johnson, and I'm being baptized because Jesus saved me.